Hi everyone, this is Bradley. So today this is to remake a tutorial of expanding Helix using the newest preset, which you can download for free from the link in the description. So let's start. So here we're in Blender, let's go to loading and create an object. Add a geometry node tree, lock the interface. Let's just start with a curve UV sphere. Okay. And let's add a joint geometry so that we can add our spirals later. And let's decrease this radius. So usually you may think, why don't I just add a spiral and we can control this radius or other things? Because all these kind of spiral radius are not controllable with things like spline parameters. So it will not give us the desired results as you will have these kind of errors. Okay. So another work, so we have to use the helical connections. So let's start with a curve linear, which is basically just a resample the curve lines. As you can see, this is this straight line, and we're going to add a helical connections. Okay, so we have instance 3, so let's instance maybe 3, 4, 5, whatever you want, and then let's add a float range so that we can add a single radius for every step in the tilt. Okay, so now it forms kind of a spiral. But this is just a spiral, nothing special. So the entire point we need this method is because we want to add a proximity fourth to control the radius. Proximity fourth is really just a kind of a spherical region. Inside is 1, outside is 0. Okay. But right now there's every part is 0 radius because we do not have a size within this sphere. So if we increase the size, immediately you have this effect. So here I can increase some minimum, so that you can see not all parts are collapsing together. Okay. So right now we do see some jagginess in the middle part because we do not have a good enough resolution. So right now you should be fine. Another way that you can do is instead of using step mode, you can use the stop. So no matter how you change the resolution, the entire rotation will not be changed. So next is basically just the animation in which you can potentially use this transform and you try to translate the location, and tada, you have this animation because the proximity is being held at the virtual region. If you would like to make it in the other places, you can use an object to control that, or you can use the combine XYZ to move the location offset so that it goes to other places. Okay, but that's just the kind of minor thing you can do in your own free time. Okay, but there is a kind of problem if you try to rotate that. In whichever case, we're trying to dealing with the global transform. So if you rotate that and then translate, it does not go with the local axis. There are lots of problems, and there are definitely solutions, but I do not really like this method in general because it's kind of a very dry to control all these kind of values. I do not have an idea of the scale within this viewport in such a kind of case. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just to use a parenting node to parent with an object. So immediately we do not see anything, but we need to select an object. Probably it's empty, and let's just change the empty type into whatever you want. Arrow, plane axis, does not really matter. And then you try to rotate this axis, and then you can hit GXX so that you move that in the local axis. It may not be very clear for you to observe, so let's take a bevel curve node to give it a kind of volume. We can also make it kind of 3 so that you can see this kind of sharp edges. And then take 4. And let's decrease the iterations and so on and so forth, and then try to manipulate our empties. And we have this animation being done. And basically that's it. If you would like to rotate that, then you can add another math node. So we can add async time or time info. And then we can play this animation even without anything. It's just kind of rotating itself. Okay, so basically that's it. We only dealing with this many nodes, although most of them are presets, but you can just take them and use them. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll publish you next time. Bye bye.